All right. Oh wow. Perfect. Got the stream already up. Everybody's up
we
there.
up, we live,
Yes,
baby.
indeed.
We live, baby.
Hello. Welcome again. SoundSponge
Gang.
Radio, episode 6? 6. 6. We're here, man. Welcome to November. Holy shit. Everybody living well this week?
It's been a crazy week. I mean, I feel like I'm just stuck in suspense this whole week.
I know.
Stuck in time.
We all thought things would be answered on Tuesday, but how dumb of us.
The energy's wow, man. There's a lot weighing on everyone's life.
Shit
and
is rigged.
Yeah, man. I mean, we all know how the presidential selections go, so fuck it. It's not so much an election, but a selection. But whatever. I don't want to get into that. You know how it is. How's everybody's week besides the politics?
It's been good. I'm lucky to listen to these last 3 albums that we got on preview today.
Yeah,
or that we're talking about. It's good.
This is a good week, I think, musically. For those who haven't joined us before, hello, welcome to SoundSponge. Sorry if we didn't introduce ourselves from the jump. My name is 10th member, the
I'm
homies.
Nick Ken Beats.
Chase House, but just call me Jeff. It's with me.
Yee. We're rocking the trio again today, so nice mellow Friday over here. We're just chilling. Thank you again for the people who've been supporting us so far, man. It really does mean the world. Got a show of support from, people all around that has been unexpected and just really genuine. So thank you. It really keeps us going every week. Like I really mean that. So, man, this week, a lot of stuff came out again this week. Before we get into these 3 albums, did you guys know an Atmosphere album came out?
No,
you
posted a
brought it
song
up.
actually in our little text thing, but
I was because it was terrible. I'm sorry, it is so bad, man. I'm like, holy shit.
I mean, how old is bro? He's pretty old, right?
I don't give a fuck.
It doesn't matter how
honestly,
old.
It
It
doesn't
just
matter
don't-
how old you are anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I would just like to know though, because I know that motherfucker's like what, like 50.
Age is thrown out the
60?
window.
I don't know.
These last few.
It's all over the place. I really didn't like the production. I really didn't like the lyricism in it. I really hate. I don't want to start off on a negative note. It's just, man. I feel. Am I the only one with fond memories of listening to Atmosphere? When they were younger. Like I feel like when I was faded or hungover, I'd be like, oh my god, man, throw on some Atmosphere, some shit. Like when I'm by myself, like play some Sunshine or some shit. It's just hungover music.
I'm a 95, late 90s baby, so I can't say too much that I've listened to Atmosphere. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I didn't pick up his catalog.
Damn, really?
I did.
Damn. I guess I'm the only one here.
into. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't disappointed. So, but thanks.
I really used to like his shit. So I don't know. It's crazy. This longevity is such a weird thing to think about in rap because I'm on the side of there's no excuse for you to get worse, and I get that people think that you can burn out on your original ideas, but
He's 48.
you can. Damn, really? Holy shit! Slug
Well,
is
Slug
is 48 now.
yeah.
Jeez, man, that's crazy.
That don't mean shit though.
I
Because
don't mean
Busta's
shit.
48.
That's what I mean. Is like prime example. Do you think Kendrick will be rapping as well as he does now in 10 years?
If he wants to.
If he wants to, exactly.
I think he'll be better.
Do you stand by what Andre 3000 said about aging and like essentially losing the ability to rap?
But he still makes music. We just don't hear
Yeah,
it.
which is fucking weird that he said that.
He still makes
he
tons
just
of
went
music.
a different route. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
We
think
just
he was
don't
just
that
trying.
video
I
I
think
saw,
he was.
he looked old as hell.
Well, I feel like he was just trying to justify like, oh, this is why I'm not releasing music. But fuck that. Like Jay-Z clearly proves all the time that there is like Jay-Z, Nas, Griselda because they're in their late 30s. Most 2 of them. Busta this week. Common, bro. Kanye is Kanye 43 now?
It's older, yeah.
Holy shit. Like
Wow, yeah. I didn't
growing
realize that.
growing up with him,
We
it
literally
never
grew up
hits
with
me. It never hits me that he's like OG now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, Lil
all
Wayne's
these people,
pretty old too.
bro. Exactly. Rap is finally getting old. That's why.
But there's a lot of young.
It's still a young genre.
Yeah.
It's a young genre. So I don't know, where do you guys stand on that? Like as far as like sharpening the blade and like staying, I don't want to use the word relevant, like staying in your bag. Like I'm really deeply disappointed when I come across artists that I followed for a long time and they just get duller and duller as time goes on, because really, I can't really find a reason why. Read some fucking books. I know that sounds fucked up, but like, whenever I read, I'm like, oh shit, bro, a whole plethora of fucking new fucking vocab to write with.
I think it just comes both with age, life experiences. You got so much more going on. I mean, when you're older, and also there's going to be a new wave of generation of artists coming, so it's their chance. They just get a chance to like be relevant or stay relevant.
Yeah, that's definitely good for the youth, I guess. Like, they get their chance to shine if when people step down, and naturally people burn out. But it just, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It's a mental game to me. If LeBron could play basketball with his brain for the rest of his life,
He would.
He fucking would.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's all at the point of your fandom of said rapper, because some people will just say, hey, after this album, I wouldn't, like, I don't need it anymore. You know, like let's just say this, like, I could have been done with Lil Wayne after the Carter 2 or his Drought 3 mixtape. That one just ended right there.
Like Carter 2 or 3?
Carter 2.
You didn't like Carter 3?
I liked it, but then this is a good and bad thing I will say about the Carter 3. It's not Carter 2, which the Carter 2 to me is top 5 for me. Top 5 albums.
Damn.
I'll put that in there. And that's the Wayne I loved, and this is the Wayne that was like, this is GOAT. This is GOAT status right here. And then Carter 3, I felt...
Didn't that do more numbers?
I don't care about the numbers.
I feel like Carter 3 was more popular.
Fuck the numbers.
Fuck the numbers.
Like,
That's
listen
what
to
you
those
like,
albums
though.
and listen to what like the Carter 2, you cannot skip a track.
How long between Carter 2 and 3?
Not skip a
Yeah.
track. Literally the intro and the outro
It's a
are
banger.
fun. Everything. Every little thing on there. And the way he was rapping. Carter 3 was more of like a mainstream Lil Wayne because he got mainstream.
So Carter 2 came out in 2005, Carter 3 in 08.
Yeah.
Damn.
I remember.
That's a 3-year.
And
Yeah.
at the time, I was very much loving the Carter 3, but I would still always go back to the Carter 2. But they were different things. And that's kind of a good and bad thing, though, right? Because it's like you want artists to experiment. And I think that's another thing I was going to get back to, was when you're like, well, there's no reason for you to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like, yeah, that is a big thing, because it's like, are you getting worse or are you just experimenting?
That's true. I mean, what was that rock and roll? He did that rock and roll album. Wayne did that rock and roll album in the midst of kind of that similar era.
Yeah.
And he was experimenting, but his fan base was so strong. They were all like, they just like, if you didn't like it, they just dismissed it. I just dismissed it.
Yeah.
I was like, I heard it, like 2 tracks off it, and I was like, nope, it's not my Wayne.
It's probably because he's had such a good catalog before then. Because I know when Kid Cudi started experimenting, he got a lot of hate for that.
Well, like, for instance, okay, this is, you know, for people listening, I'm sure people won't agree with this, but for instance, when do you out-release your legendary status? And what I mean is, and I don't think that you actually can, is what's crazy. It's like if Michael Jordan came back to play in the league again, he could, like, average 2 points a season, and people would still be like, but he's the GOAT. And, like, that's what happens when you get someone like Eminem, to me, where I'm like, dude, how many bad albums until people are like, this is enough, bro? Like, how many bad albums until the culture is like, stop?
It took me one. But I've never been an M fan that much, so...
It took me
one bad
like
album.
3. It took me like 3. He did the
You're
Marshall
done.
Mathers LP 2, and I was like, this is a shit sequel. And then he did, like, what did you do? The Relapse, and then the other one about his journey. And that's what's crazy, is that, like, as a fan, I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, it's a human being.
Yeah, as a human being, like, I'm, like, definitely not going to go there and be like, bro, I wish you were on drugs again. That's fucked up.
Everyone
made
says
bangers though,
But
when you were on drugs,
I just
so.
can't do it, man. I just can't do what he does now at all. And that, to me, he's like one release away from me being like, honestly, I never want to hear you again.
I can do without another song.
I've checked him out of my starting roster a long time ago.
But he never. So this is another thing too. Is just like the music doesn't hit you the way it does, but he's still rapping his ass off. I will not
on a
say he's
technical
not.
level, he's rapping super fucking well.
Yep.
But it's like Lupe. Like, does everybody want to listen to, like, and little worlds have little worlds and so want to viscosity?
No.
What song was that?
You look just like how I'ma be. Sacred geometry.
Oh,
And a
okay.
line and a line and a line and a line and a line. Two angles and
Viscosity.
time. Like, what the fuck are you rapping about? I know he's rapping about sacred geometry and all kinds of deep shit. I know
Some
that
third eye shit,
I know
bro.
that you can
Come
break
on.
it down, but do I even want to at that point?
I mean, it depends, because I mean, I remember when like teenage years when you were listening to Pens and the Needles. Like, I really got to
I do
break this
love
shit
that.
down. You know what I mean? Like,
But it
but you
was-
found joy in breaking that down.
I guess
right?
that's the opposite of it. I guess. Like, I'm sure he obviously does have a fan base that's like.
Is it the
fuck yeah,
cadence?
There's a
bro.
Reddit.
It's
Isn't
just
there a
that
Reddit?
cadence.
Yeah,
Cadence
it's
is
the
everything.
cadence. It's the cadence. That's a good point. He probably does have a fucking dedicated Reddit.
There's a Reddit dedicated to one song. I forgot what it fucking was.
But
Superstar.
I think what you said though is perfect. It is the cadence. Maybe he's just rapping the same level of lyricism, but maybe it's just coming off corny now.
Because okay, so put M on any of the Griselda tracks as him rapping their bars, because he does that. But it wouldn't sound good, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
that
M.
track that he was on
I
their
wouldn't like,
album.
because they rap kind of the same. Well, not
It's
really,
the
but-
only bad verse on the entire Griselda album, on the
M's,
team album.
M's album.
Yeah.
Because it felt misplaced.
Yeah, and it's like there's that super
But they're signed
unenjoyable
to Shady
fucking
Records.
cipher track on that Big Sean album, and like it's fun, but like lyrically, that cipher track is like kind of
Oh.
booty. Like the transitions
Where
are like
T
all
Grizzly
over.
comes in.
Yeah, and then M literally comes in and goes, "You've never said a clever rhyme ever," and I'm like, bro.
And they brought the beat back for him and everything.
I know. Royce killed that though. Like, I wish Royce was a little more celebrated, bro.
I mean, I like Sean's verse. Sean did
Absolutely,
okay
Sean did
verse.
his thing too.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm sorry if we got a little off.
Yeah,
but I'm just
never-
talking,
never
talking about longevity, man. Like that's what these albums this week made me really think about. Because like Common and Busta have been in the game so fucking long, and they're still doing their thing because they know how to fucking stay connected the right way. Busta hasn't dropped an album in 11 fucking years.
I mean, that was
How do
some-
you make an album for 11 years? Like, that don't even make sense.
Well,
to
there
me,
was
bro.
creative. He was on Cash Money.
Yeah.
he was
Oh
creative
wait, was it
difference.
Like,
was
how
it
many
11?
times
Was it
are you
11
changing
years?
that album,
Was it
though?
2013
A
or
lot.
14 that he dropped his last album? Maybe it was. I thought it was 2000.
It's been 11.
But maybe.
It's
Oh,
11.
it has been 11. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I mean, not cool. Fuck that.
You know, I was reading an interview with Vulture. I think it was Vulture or some shit. With Busta, and he said it's been 11 years.
Jeez, man,
How do
that's
you
so
create
insane.
something
You stay on top.
You're that important to the culture.
Yeah.
with yeah, I feel like if I had an album for 11 years, I would just constantly change it because the environment and what everyone's listening to around me.
Well, because that's the thing is hip hop has this relevancy when with what you're spitting at the time. Is it really timeless, or are your bars kind of corny? It's just like, you know, with Nas, like seat back, made back, like TV plasma. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you got a plasma TV.
But it's hard.
You know what I mean?
Come on,
Who
you
fucking
don't
cares
say
the
about
car's
that?
ruthless.
Yeah.
Say the titties is out.
Yeah, but that's dope ass shit. That song is so good, so fucking good. But it's
Same hand that you hoop with, swing around like you stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
yeah, he goes in, man. That's why he's go rapping for me. But with that being said, it's all relevancy, right? So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I would definitely like change up, like, oh, I can't use that line no more. You know what I mean? I bet you if you had
He
any,
probably has.
or any R. Kelly
He's
lines
like-
back, you know what I mean? Like,
You know what I mean? There's probably some old references on there. He's like, damn, man, I wrote this. I don't got an iPhone 7 no more. I can't rap this.
Well, you know, he didn't obviously 11 years have Pac on there, you know,
Yeah.
as his feature. So that was kind of recent.
or sidekicks.
Yeah.
That song, yeah, you could tell in that song sonically too. We'll get into more of that album.
Yeah, yo, I mean, we can just jump in, man. I really like it. We straight off the jump, what you said about making stuff that stands the test of time. I think this really shows how important Busta was to the culture, or is to the culture, because without people realizing that they would be hyped for a Busta album, hella people were hyped. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, what the hell, Busta album, man? What?" And like, he really came correct, and the promotion was done super right, and Chris Rock edition is awesome. Especially because feel like I've been bitching about intros and stuff for a while.
Well, this is a
This is
heavy
a good
intro.
one.
Yeah,
This is a good
like
one.
they did their fucking thing. Chris Rock kind of reminds me of that. It reminds me of that golden era, like getting Bernie Mac on the track. Shit, R.I.P. Man. Obviously not as funny. Not that Chris Rock isn't funny, but the energy isn't. It's a little more serious, but
Because it's
man,
talking about extension.
I fuck with that, man. What the fuck? Like,
No, this album brought you back. It put me in a fucking time machine. Took me back. I mean, Busta, he proved that he could spit with the top lyricists today.
yo, what was cool is been talking about like the resurgence of old school hip hop a lot off of the show.
48.
Talk about it all the fucking time. Well, age
Prime
aside, sonically, you were talking about this. Right off the gate, the first beat is from Knots, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You said how old was it?
22 years ago.
That's
beat.
crazy.
It was supposed to
aged
be
that
for
well.
ELE 1.
Yo, that's so crazy.
Like a
Imagine
throwaway beat or
being
some
hit up
shit.
though, being like, "Hey, dog, remember that beat you sent me 22 years ago?"
And
Yeah,
Busta, I
that
think
one.
he quoted, he put that on there purposely,
Of course.
you know, to put you in, start where he left off. you
Yeah,
know,
on that
right.
album.
ELE 1.
Yeah, that's hard as
Straight
hell,
into
bro.
ELE 2.
That's hard as hell, man. 11 years to make, hopefully, a masterpiece to himself.
It was. This is
Like-
his album.
Yeah, he talked a lot about hoping that people would listen to it start to finish.
Yeah.
And I think it's definitely a project worth it. I think a lot of people don't give time to that shit because it's so long. But I think it was a really stable and adventurous Sonic adventure. Like, that sounds funny. Adventurous Sonic adventure, but you know what I mean? Like, the whole timeline from start to finish, like, it didn't have one sound. And that's what's crazy.
Yeah. But he's never been a one-time guy.
Yeah, doing something like that, though, fitting a 22-year-old beat into all of these modern sounds and, like, keeping it all cohesive, that's challenging as fuck. And through 11 years, I think the only album you can compare, really, 2 albums you can compare. The JLAC album and the fucking Carter 5. Carter 5
Those
felt
are- oh, yeah,
like
those were
nothing
very hyped
was
up.
in order. I didn't feel like it was one album. I felt like it was a mixtape of Wayne songs I never heard before.
Well, that's because with Wayne, I mean, I don't want to venture too off of the Busta thing. With Wayne, those songs were made. That's what I'm saying. Like, the relevancy of those songs and, like, the things he was spitting, the flows. Like, it's kind of like if Kobe Bryant took, like, 4 years off and was like, I'm a hoop again out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know, the contractual issues with Wayne not being able to drop music. That was shelved. Who knows how much of that was just shelved music that he's like, oh, I can finally get something out.
True.
That's true.
And that's after you're having your prodigy just tear everything and anything up with Drake.
Damn, that's true. Yeah.
Can't even call him Prodigy anymore, man.
But he was.
I mean,
he is, though.
yeah.
He was his prodigy. Like, at the time of Wayne being shelved on this stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He was in Rikers, man.
They need to make more music together. I don't know
I do
why.
believe so, but
I think they have that Ransom era
ransom era, I'm telling you.
when they both were making just those singles.
Is there anyone that
Believe
wasn't
me.
on the Busta album before we talk about the features that are on there? Is there anyone that wasn't on it that you were hoping would
Wayne.
be? Wayne?
Yeah,
Wayne's the one?
yeah.
Damn.
It's actually the one. That's really
I
weird
can't
to
really
say.
think of one
That's
because I think
crazy.
they're all very well placed.
But,
Besides
they're all,
one,
they all-
besides a couple. I mean, one.
I think
I
it would
honestly
really
didn't
been
like the
cool to
Pac
get a
song.
J verse or like
Speaking
some
of Jay,
another East Coast.
this is a
or like a
fucking-
Fat Joe verse.
Oh yeah.
That would be hard.
Speaking of Jay,
Hmm.
did you guys know this?
Hmm.
Did you know Busta and Jay went to the same high school?
Really?
You
I
wanna
know-
who else went to the high school?
Hmm.
DMX and Biggie.
Damn, that's
That's a fucking
crazy.
Crazy
That's
ass high
fucking
school.
bug.
That is buck,
Imagine them
right?
all just spitting at the cafeteria lunch table in their own separate cliques and shit.
part
He's
of
from
Busta's.
East
man.
Flatbush, right?
Yeah, it was I forgot Wellington, like some tech school, and
Is it the
Bust-
same school that Joey Badass went to?
might have been. There's some other alumni
Oh
there.
my god.
But Busta was talking about how like he sped rap battled Jay and lost, and he was like that was a huge moment in his rapping. I think he's like, I gotta sharpen my blade. That's not gonna happen again.
wow.
I'm not gonna catch this L again.
That's wild.
But Busta even said in that interview was like, he don't want to speed rap with me now though. He said that about Jay, and that's saying a lot. You know what I mean? If you're that confident, you're like, nah, Jay's not spitting outspitting me now.
I mean, Busta's spitting
Yeah,
fast
Busta's
though.
Spitting fast.
Yeah.
Though.
What was that song with Chris Brown?
Yeah,
Doo-doo,
with Lil Wayne,
doo-doo.
man. See,
Oh yeah. Fuck.
They
Every
just
time I
had
gotta
this
get it,
synergy.
I gotta go, and then I gotta get it. Oh yeah. I remember in high school trying to like read the lyrics, like, yeah, I'm a rap just as
Yo, the
fast as
Touch
this
It
guy.
remix was my
Yeah,
shit in
Touch
middle
It,
school.
bang it,
Oh
bang.
my gosh. Papoose on that joint, bro.
Bro,
Papoose was my
Papoose.
shit.
Papoose
Oh
is-
my.
Bro, he hit on
God.
every feature of like that. Those remixes, like the. Was there a One Blood remix that he hopped on? Some shit, bro.
Holy shit, I gotta look it up. The
Oh.
Papoose Touch It. What are you saying though?
But yeah, the chick getting ODB.
Yo, what
Yeah,
the fuck? That was
hook-
crazy.
That hook is fucking crazy.
out the
It
fucking
was sampled
crates.
From, yeah, he got it from the Brooklyn. I forgot Brooklyn Zoo. Is that the track that he sampled it from?
Yeah, that's so hard
The
though.
ODB
It's from
track?
Brooklyn though. You know
But
what
it
I mean?
fits so hard.
Slow
It
down.
fits so well, bro. I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds like they were alive, like they were together to make
literally-
this.
I think it was just like a time machine almost that he kind of went and
Bro,
everything. he's
literally,
doing.
that's what. Yeah,
He
that's what
hopped
it felt
in.
like.
Yeah, he just hopped in and was like, oh, I can do this.
Bro, I'm reading the verse to Papoose, bro.
Just mind blown.
Yeah, I'm like, yo.
Wait, is that's the song when it goes? He goes, turn it
Staten
up.
Island on my pinky, Queens on my thumb, do the Bronx on my middle finger, screaming fuck you, rocking ice in Manhattan. So
Yeah.
there's the ring finger. You know I had to keep Brooklyn on the stringer finger. Get low, Pap.
Oh yeah, and then he's like, turn it up.
Turn it up.
Yeah. Bro, they
Come
were
on.
every time I got goosebumps every time he said turn it up because they start spitting.
Bro, isn't Mary J. Blige on that?
Yes, and she spits.
And she
she rips it up. Turn it up. She's killed.
Get
They had
low,
a music
get low,
video for
Missy.
that. I
Oh
watched that
my
music video.
gosh,
Tough,
bro. There was 3 remixes, and then they did the mega remix.
The mega.
You know what? I would love to see
Back
them
to
do.
mega
I
remix
would
days,
love to
bro.
see them do a mega remix of Slow Flow.
Yeah.
Straight
That'd
up.
be sick.
They put like Method Man, Ghost, fucking, and then put some
Ray
Young Pets on it,
Quan,
Quan,
man.
and then fucking throw like Joey Badass on there,
Some modern
and like
kid,
some
yeah.
modern kids and some Griselda fools.
And then just end it with Jay.
yeah, and then the game
Oh, the
as
game
well.
was-
Just everyone ever, Fuck, and Lil Wayne,
Wait, no way.
and then obviously Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, we needed a Joe verse, bro, because they be chopping it up on IG Live a lot.
Fat Joe,
and
bro,
Busta.
I
We
know.
needed
That's
a
why I was
Fat Joe
saying I
verse.
wanted
Yeah,
a Fat
that's
Joe
one.
verse, bro. Yo, and they are both such pillars in the game, bro. From Leaders of the New School for Bust,
Yeah.
and then he came out, man. Was it Scenario
What
remix?
the
Was
Scenario?
that was that the fucking song that he came out on
That Tribe.
on
song?
Tribe? Is that the
Yeah.
one?
What's a scenario?
Is that the one?
I think so.
Okay, I'm bugging. I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but
Check.
when he debuted out with Tribe, that was similar to like Nas's debut with Live from the Barbecue with Main Source. Like that it was just crazy. Like the whole world was in his hands at that moment, and it's cool to see people still thriving. You just think about that, man. Think about being that young kid from New York, like
I don't know,
just
man.
fucking
I'm just.
19,
It just makes me think
just
about.
like 19, 17. Nas was 17 when he did live from the barbecue.
Damn.
Yeah, and he stole the show. Everybody was like, "Who the fuck is this?" Like, and Busta did the same shit. And it's crazy to think, like, just feel that power of having the world in your hands when you're like a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Like being like, damn, I can do anything. That's how Nas. That's like how Nas had to feel making Illmatic. He
Yeah.
had this crazy platter of producers back when
God,
it
imagine
was all
being
about
in that studio, bro.
yeah, being like, yo, man, yo, Nas, you know, like record execs being like, yo, you're like 19, being like, who do you want
Yeah.
on the album?
Yeah.
Anyone. And he's like, I want P-Rock.
Oh,
I want
Q-Tip.
I want Q-Tip. He's like, I want Premier. And he's like, they're just like, all right,
Alright.
say less.
Say less.
Like, we got you,
Bet.
man.
I bet.
And back then, it was just crazy. Like, when you broke out, being a star meant something. There's so many stars. Everyone's a fucking star now.
Yeah.
Like, your friend's a fucking star. Your best friend's the next fucking thing to everybody.
But everyone's got their own following too, and it's self-marketing, which is a huge thing.
Yeah,
too.
it's crazy. And nobody can have 4 million streams.
Yeah.
Like, and not be the next thing.
Yeah.
And that's what's fucking nuts. So back then, it really meant something. And, like, Busta, you know, has got to be making whoever hooked him up back in the day, being like, yo, this kid's it. I forgot who it was that told him, like, he should go solo. But kudos to whoever that is, because look at
It wasn't Chuck D. Chuck D gave him his name though.
standing the test of time, though. Yeah, that's hard as fuck.
Chuck D gave Busta his name.
Yeah, how
That's
hip hop is
hard.
that? How hip hop
Your
is
name
that?
Busta Rhymes. Cause
That's-
you bust. Damn.
That's
Busted flow.
totally off that.
Sorry.
Something I recently was like, yo, that's hard. I'm not even like really a Future fan, but just knowing that like the Dungeon fam gave him his
Yeah.
name, and they were like, "You're the future."
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh
he
my
was,
God,
like,
I
that's
remember
the
seeing the
hardest
interview
shit. Being like
of him
they used to
explaining
call, they
that.
just call me the future.
Yeah, the future. 'cause there
So
was, like, the
eventually, I went by Future.
And then even Andre
Forgot
to
about
even
that
say that like he makes the best toxic music ever.
Hey man, he make the best.
He's like, I was talking to
I
my
would
son.
take that compliment.
But he's Dungeon family.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? That's coming from straight up the fam.
That's hard as fuck though. That is a compliment.
Yeah, but Chuck D was the one that gave you a rap name. It's wild.
Shout out Chuck D. Man.
That's so insane to me, man. I love that though.
Yeah.
Like
That's hip hop
So-
as fuck. That's what it is.
besides the Kendrick track, and we'll talk about that on its own. Does anybody have a favorite track? But I mean, honestly, I think it is Slow Flow for me.
Ah, gosh. Now you say that, I have to pick something else, right?
I'll tell you what my least favorite track is.
Okay.
That fucking
the Pack song.
Oh, people
one of
really
it-
didn't like the Pack song. I will.
I think he just Pack. I think he just like Pack could have came way harder. It's not. It's like a trap pack. I don't know.
But that's hard to say because he comes so next level hard all the time.
Yeah, he could have. I don't know. It just didn't feel like.
Like he killed it on
He's
the
just a
fucking.
weak hook.
He killed it on Ty's album.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
for sure. Out of My
Oh,
Mind
for
is
sure.
easily the worst fucking song to me. Like it's
I
just
enjoyed it,
really.
but it wasn't like I did. Okay, I'm not
Wait,
saying it
which
was the
song?
best song.
You
What
enjoyed
song?
it like you would actually dance at the club to it, or you enjoyed it like you would dance if your aunt played at her wedding.
I would dance if I was drunk at the club. I dance to a lot of stuff, so
What song? True Indeed.
You're easy.
no, out of my mind.
You're
I
easy to get
am. I'm a
dancing.
dance.
Oh, Out of My Mind is probably the one that.
Oh, brand new Czar. Czar is maybe my fucking favorite track. Actually,
Really?
he comes so hard on that.
I almost want to say Master Fraud from Muhammad with Ross. I think it was pieced together perfect. If it was a slow flow,
Ross is such a good collaborator, bro. Like
I almost want to say that Mary J. Blige song was.
it's good, man.
they have amazing chemistry, man.
It felt like she was put in a time machine too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Same
saying.
with
This
Mariah
is
Carey.
great.
Okay, if I send you guys some Mary J. Blige this week, will you guys listen to it?
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
She's so fucking fire to me musically, bro. She's so.
I feel like
she's
she's
so
like
good.
one of the goats. Like,
She
She
is
is.
the goat.
She is, bro.
Yeah, she
So
But
is.
she
full
comes
stuff.
from the GOAT era of R&B though, so it's hard to shine, man.
Yeah.
You know how many fucking R&B stars got Scottie Pippins?
Yeah.
Hard. She should be fucking
MJ
one
GOAT.
of the richest R&B singers. She's so fucking fire musically, bro.
Yeah.
And her stuff in like 2014 and like 13 and all that stuff, all those albums still too, super fucking.
When she was really popping.
Yo, when I'm down in the dumps, really fucked up,
Mary J.
I'm listening to
Blige.
Mary J. Blige. I'm listening the whole damn year about Mary J. Blige. That's a cut.
That's a cut.
That's,
Mary is
she
that
cuts
shit.
deep, bro.
Yeah.
I'm surprised though. I like that, man. See, that's what's crazy. It's crazy. It's like you being the youngest.
You
This
like
album
that Mary
connects.
song.
This album connects to you still.
Yeah.
He's 48.
Do you feel it's dated sounding at all?
No, nothing. And
It sounds
even
so
if
perfect.
it was, I felt it was planned that way. Like the slow flow. That made you feel like we were about to listen to a new Wu-Tang song.
Yo, and that's what I mean. I think it was kind of. I think, if anything, this is rare that I say about an album. Busta brings such a cool community vibe. He's the one artist that I'm like, I could have done with more features. Not because I don't want to hear you,
Yeah.
but because he is one of the artists that I think he brings the best out of people.
Oh, definitely.
Like, he's fun. All studio sessions that I've ever seen clips of, like with him, and that he seems like a fucking fun
clowning.
dude to rip the mic with, bro. Like, how can you not be inspired too? Like, the legacy is so strong, and like Chris Rock said, man, he got catalog. How the fuck after hearing this, I'm like, damn, how could T.I. disrespect like that?
I was just about to bring it up. He would bust his ass.
Well, bust your ass.
He will
Come on.
bust T.I.'s ass.
But it's all hits, man.
So
See, you think T.I. still win? I
T.I.'s
don't know.
got too many
After listening-
hits.
I mean,
Busta had
on the
a lot of
mainstream,
hits,
yeah,
too.
I'm
On the
gonna still give it.
mainstream, I'm
I
not
just
a
think it was
mainstream-
disrespectful the way that he was about it, though.
Oh, well, definitely. Yeah. I'm not saying that.
Like being like, "Hey, dog, you too fucking old, dog."
This album
and
proves
now
he's
Busta's
not.
album did way. I think it's a stronger album than T.I.'s
Way
last album.
better than
this
the Libra.
Bus album is up there. Okay, I won't.
You were about to say album of the year.
Yeah, it is. It's up. It's up there.
The only
It's a
thing
top
that
10
saved,
candidate.
For
See,
personally.
the
Yeah.
only thing that saved T.I.'s album was his features.
Yeah.
It would have been garbage.
Which is so double-edged, right? In this case, like the features were just a great part of it.
They were a great part of it. It was like a party, man. A Busta album, even though this one's got a little more of a depressing tone. It's a party, man.
The world ending tone.
The world is ending tone.
I really felt like the world was ending when I was playing
The intro?
that shit in my car driving.
You were like, damn.
Driving through the tunnel.
You're like, this is it. This is the last album.
26.
Last album I'm ever listening to.
It said 5 days. I was like, bro.
Really? Like
I gotta do something with my life.
7 days.
In 5 days.
5 days. Chris Rock said so, dog.
Yeah.
No.
He's like, Busta Rhymes like the human Simpsons, bro. The Simpsons show.
yeah.
He was calling some shit out. I think he called some, like, they want to say he like called like 9/11 or some shit. He didn't call it, but like he prophesized it.
Might have been
This
chill.
album makes me feel like when was people tripping 2010 or 2013 they said the world was ending.
2010.
It made me feel
No,
like
2012.
yeah, it made me
2012.
feel like I was in 2012 like
Again?
really things about to shut down.
Y2K, nigga.
Yo, everyone really thought the world was gonna end Y2K. But it's weird how he prophesized things. It's kind of like how Bernie Sanders called out exactly how this election day was gonna go.
Yeah, man.
You watch that interview, he literally like said it word
Spot
for
on.
word, everything,
Trip,
It's rigged.
trip.
It's rigged.
because he knew.
That's why I say it's a selection, not an election. That shit trip, bro. Fuck that. Yo,
There's some great memes though. I'll tell you what, man. Memes.
I know. What the fuck, man? We
Memes
live
are
in a
so
time.
good.
We live in a time. What I fucking tell
We
you.
need to start plugging the meme section in our
Humor,
Discord.
humor is the saving grace
I'm everywhere.
of 2020. I swear, man.
The memes are lit.
Oh my god. Yo, before we get into the next shit, let's maybe give this a score real quick. I want to start doing some quick album reviews on
But that
the
K-Dot
Instagram
verse
and shit,
though,
you know?
bro.
Oh
my
fuck, you're
God.
right. I almost went straight past that.
I just want to talk about that sample real quick
Everyone heard.
because you know Busta went through
hella clearance.
just
To get
hella
a
clearance to
Busta-
get
or
that
to get a
sample.
fucking Jackson
Jackson
5.
5.
Oh my gosh, dude. When I first heard it, I was like, yo, you're kidding. You paid for this?
Look over your shoulder, honey.
Bro,
So,
he said he saved a clip of them like in the studio like laughing and shit, like when they were recording. He said he like teared up when he heard it.
damn.
I would too. He felt like he was in the studio with Jackson 5.
I can imagine, man.
Some
That's what I'm
real
saying.
shit.
It's a time machine.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
But then-
Honestly, I gotta say, I really didn't like the sample.
I think
I
think he
didn't care
chopped
for it. It was a weird vocal chop.
Okay.
I think the vocal chop was a little. It almost seemed like I could make it, not saying like
No,
it
no, no.
was
It
really
was like,
easy
it was
to
like,
do, but
It was like not that crazy.
the
It
boom
just,
bap
like,
was fire though.
It was
the
a low bang
the
fruit.
verses were the verse. Okay, the verse section of the production I really liked. It was specifically all the vocal chops in the chorus. It was just a little overly chopped for me. Like it's like, just like a little too much chop variation. And that's preference. Like I'm not gonna really be against the song for that. I really think sample chops are all variation. Like some people, for instance, perfect example. Some people really loved Hit Boy's chop selection on Burden of Proof, but some people were like, "Oh, I didn't like the way he chopped." Like I've talked to some sample-based producers who were like, "I really didn't like the way he chose to do some of the verses or some of the choruses, like just literally just the chop patterns."
Maybe they thought just because it was what's his name?
Yeah, what?
Benny. It was Benny.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think
just think it was just
when
the
you're used to hearing people on a certain amount
the
of
contrast.
like loops versus chops, I think there was just a little bit of a roughness to the chorus vocal chops that like just didn't hit me. I just didn't need it. I didn't care for it.
What was low bang fruit? I mean, the song is called "Look Over Your Shoulder."
But Kendrick's verse, oh my gosh.
I mean, with a sample like that, you can't not chop it.
And you also
It's just a legendary sample, so
yeah, that's
you do
what I
it
mean.
semi
It's like,
right, it's just gonna be.
That's what I mean. It's like I like the song. I've definitely put it on repeat a lot. Regardless of the chorus, I'm like, whatever. It's like I'm not mad at it. It just didn't really fit to me. It just seemed like, oh, it's dope because they got the sample on there, kind of vibe to me. But
you opened up a can of worms with this one because I was kind of hoping that we'd kind of forget about the Kendrick one because I know everyone's talking about it, but
It's
out
his
of the
verse.
can. I
first
get,
verse
I get, but
of
that's
2020.
exactly my problem. But I
it's a
get
verse
it.
from like Good Kid, Mad City era.
Yeah, Busta decided this. it was just odd to me that Kendrick decided this was the thing he was going to be on this year. Because this might be the only thing this year. When you got the Reason album, you know what I mean? Like, when all these other things, these Griselda albums,
You didn't have time for
Kendrick
you
was
didn't
on
have time
Reason.
for one more feature.
You didn't
Kendrick
have-
was on Reason's album.
Short
Tell me
ad
that.
libs.
That's what I'm saying.
Just
But-
how Kendrick was on that J. Cole song and The Baby.
Yeah, for the chorus, for just the chorus.
That's what. You know what
You
I
didn't
mean?
want to.
I
You
know,
didn't
it
want to
sounds the same.
participate in 10 days of some of the most historic hip hop making ever.
That's what I'm saying, man.
What were you busy enough to be away
So
for?
he had to come like this. And I'm not. He came correct.
Well, it had to be a verse that he knew was like loaded enough. Busta's like, hey man, remember that verse from fucking like 8 years ago?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, bet that one's fire. Go for it.
Yeah.
He's like, that's fine. If it's gonna be a verse, sure.
I feel like Kendrick just like sits in a dark room
Well, he's
when he's not, because this man never goes out. But even Busta said he's a force to be reckoned with. Like when he's in the studio with him, he's just like, even Busta said he like knows he needs to spit and bring it. You know, he's on a different level.
there's a hype.
Warpath.
To it.
And he knows that
Yeah.
Kendrick moves differently, almost like he don't be out anywhere. You don't see this fool out in the media, I feel
He
like.
kind of got that from Dre, I bet. Learning from Dre's mistakes, because like
Yeah.
the few times Dre did go out, some fucked
Pac.
up shit happened.
And Pac,
Yeah.
like, and that's awesome to see.
Yeah.
Actually, he's like, fuck that, man. I'm gonna build my community. I'm gonna stay with mines.
And
I got people. I got love. I got plenty of people. That's the thing. He's
I
got
think that's just
plenty of
fucked
people.
up though. Like, I mean, even Nip,
It's fucked up. that you
even
don't
Nip,
wanna live
Nip was
normal.
out in his community doing it.
I knew that Kendrick was gonna eat though as soon as when it starts and he goes, my life is like 12 open mics of hopeless notes I write. When he started with that, I was like, oh man, here we fucking go. I literally, that's what I
Straight
mean.
tearing up,
That's
bro,
what I mean.
like,
I shed a fucking tear.
Oh,
I was
damn.
at work and I was like, yo, I like hit the fucking
That
knee,
good
the
kid
knee
Mad
drop
City
and was
tear,
like,
just-
damn, dog, like, what the fuck?
You hit the Team Tebow?
Yes, I hit the fucking, I did, bro. I was like, say it ain't so. Thank you.
He's back.
I didn't even care that it was old.
No, I'm pissed. This took way too fucking long, Kendrick. I'm sorry. No.
it's a loser situation.
He said, for sure my folks unite soon as the flow get nice. The poltergeist that scares them sees my prototype forever. Read my shares of deeds and RIPs. You know the type of style. It's like my everything. Bro, Kendrick don't write like that anymore. And I'm not saying that he can't. But this was exactly what I've been bitching about. Being like, bro, I need that Section 80. I need
The
that.
time machine,
need that.
man. The time
Do you
machine.
think this was made since his 11-year album? That verse
That's
was
what he
made.
said, right?
He said, I think,
Or do we
I
have
think
confirmation when?
I think it was around Good Kid, Mad City, though. It just sounds like it. People have been speculating. Some people said 3 years. Even if it was 3 years, I can't remember the last time he rapped like this.
Section 80.
Since Section 80 or like rigor
think it
mortis.
might have-
This is on some rigor mortis shit. And his voice is a little more nasally here. It's like it sounds like a younger Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like when he did the Detox freestyle.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
The shit, man.
Yeah, bro. Like this is like definitely before To Pimp a Butterfly. It's not weird enough to be To Pimp a Butterfly. And what I mean by weird is like it's not adventurous enough.
Or that Untitled album.
Yeah, it's before that too. It's definitely like sonically you can just hear it.
I think Busta brought it too, even after going, or even at
That
going
was a
after
bold
Kendrick.
choice going
Yeah.
second.
Going second,
I'm not gonna
yeah,
fucking
that's
lie.
what
I
I
was
was
like,
thinking.
whoa.
That's what I'm saying.
If I was Busta, I'd go first and just leave Kendrick to kill it. But you know,
Ah, man.
he's like,
It's your album.
that's true.
That's true. Do you think it held up?
Oh,
He
yeah.
said, I'm the Buddha, the Alibaba, the believer, make it so pristine. The dice roll from under my sleeve when I shake them.
Well, not so much that, but no, that part. That part.
So rude, I'm so ice cold. I'm what you need just to wake them.
That's
All
the
frontal. No, he killed it.
That's
I
the
can't even
frontal.
front. It's the energy. I always I always have a little bit of joke about Busta. I'm not gonna lie because my aunts, your mom specifically, always would clown and say that my dad looked exactly like Busta Rhymes. So they said I was doomed to look like Busta Rhymes.
Yo, your dad did look like Busta.
dude is a
like
freight
a
train,
slim
though.
Busta,
Like the
not-
Pasa Kavase Basta.
Dude,
like a little slimmer version
Yes.
of Busta.
yes.
Everybody sing now. Pasa Kavase. Yeah.
Oh, yo. Pharrell. Everything. I'm
Pharrell's on
sorry, I
everything.
can't even. Yeah, I can't. Like, moment of silence for a second. Because Pharrell's a god. Fucking.
He's a vampire.
I know. No, he's just Asian, bro.
That's true.
I got good things to look forward
Asians
to.
don't raisin.
I got good things to
And
look
black
forward to
don't crack.
being half Cambodian and half black.
Dude, I'm telling you, with Asian people, there's this thing. Well, I only speak to Filipino. The thing about it is you look young until you're just old.
Yeah.
It's just not.
You hit like 70 or
there's
60.
no middle
No
age.
You hit
medium.
65 and then you're just a fucking raisin.
You're exactly. That's what
You're
it
like,
is. On a brighter note, Common decided to be a lot more uplifting than Busta did.
yeah, I did fuck with this as far as other OGs go. Well, wait, before we go into comment album, can I get a score real quick?
Scoreboard,
bro.
Scoreboard.
Yeah, for real. Scoreboard really fast. I just want to I've been enjoying hearing everybody where they stand on the
Scoring.
album. It helps me get a read on where you're standing.
I give it a 5.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah.
You think it's a masterpiece?
In the sense of
It could. This is. Yeah.
the time, like literally, like if I don't have to go back 10 years to listen to some of the sounds I'm looking for, it's all right here.
Damn. That's a cool way to put it. It's like all on one platter.
Yeah.
Modern and old.
That's a good way of saying it. I don't know. I
That's
wanted to give it a
hard
5.
line to fucking walk.
I wanted to
Musical
give it a
poo-poo
5 too,
platter.
but I don't. I think just because, for me, being a little younger, that Busta old. I don't know. I'll give it a 4 or 5. I don't really gotta say anything more. 4 or 5. It was near perfect. This production was great. It took me back to back then when he was spitting. He's still spitting,
Going
man.
crazy.
Yeah, he's going crazy. Yeah, Busta did his thing on this album.
This is the
He
first
did his thing.
20 plus track album in a while that I've been like,
A
I
5
fuck with
too.
all of it.
Yeah, and you were listening to the Reloaded version, which came out so fast, I
26
didn't even know that there was a fucking
Tracks.
deluxe. So I have
mean,
a
it
couple
has to be
tracks to
good.
catch up on.
With bringing Kendrick on for his first verse of 2020, like, it has to be good.
Yeah, I give it a 4. Honestly,
Yeah.
I shouldn't knock it as hard as I do for the Bell Biv song, but when I tell you,
We're about to bump that next time. First time we go out, whenever
you're gonna
Spend
hit the
That's
DJ,
over,
You're gonna
you're
request that song.
You're gonna slide 20 to the DJ and be like, bro, please.
just play this.
He's gonna look at the 20 and be like,
And you're
He's
gonna
gonna be
gig.
like,
You're gonna gig to the shit. I
Fuck,
know.
bro. I mean, I probably would fucking break an old man hip to that shit, but that song really fucked me up getting to that. I was like, man, I switched albums when I first came on.
No.
I did.
I almost wanted to skip the song, but I was like,
I
give the
switched
respect.
albums.
I gave this a 5, even though I skipped the intro every time I re-listen to it.
But
I
you
don't
enjoy
have to
what
listen to
you
it.
enjoy what the intro did the first time you listened to it.
Exactly.
Okay,
It's really weird.
that's what matters.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the next old man.
Common.
Before we even do that, we've been meaning to talk rap Rushmore for forever, man. And like, on that note, I feel like the two that we're talking about today, like, are total goats, man.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do more of the GOAT debate about newer artists, but
Because it brings
think-
controversy.
that people need to smell
We
the
need
roses.
some controversy.
Smell the roses and like realize when there's still amazing legends still among us, man. Like, bro, Common did the light, bro. And B, he did all of that.
I want to know, okay, quick question. Like, when does a goat become a goat? Like that
When you
goat
drop the
turning
light?
point. Like we could go back. I mean, who are we picking for today if we're gonna bring this up?
Wait, for
Who's
Rushmore?
our goat rap Rushmore?
Like,
I mean,
what
it
is-
has to be Common or Busta. That I mean,
Well, Busta, I think we know. We all feel
Yeah.
how we feel about him.
I don't
guess
want to
since
go
we're
back
going into
on
Common.
all his catalog.
Common.
I think it
when he
depends
turned
on who you
into a
align
goat.
yourself with, the cosigns that you get from the jump, and then
Was Nas automatically a goat after Illmatic or after
Honestly, yeah.
the
Yeah.
wave of how long?
nah, it was
took
like right away. He was like the kid.
Everyone, even Pharrell was like, when I heard Nas,
Because he was so sonically different, but familiar at the same time. It was like, holy shit, this is what I think. You become a GOAT when what you do so purely and obviously affects the culture.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Yep, Good Kid, Mad City was a perfect example. When that album dropped,
Yeah.
I fucking like. When I hear a perfect album, I usually shed a tear because like hip hop is one of the only things that can bring me like. I'll hit a point usually. I'll usually hit a point where I'll literally just grab my fucking head with the headphones and just like my eyes will just go wide. I'll drop my jaw and I'll usually just like shed a tear or two and just be like, dude, this fucking music. And when I do that, it's because I wholeheartely feel like, holy shit,
This is great.
this is evolution.
Would you think? So let me ask you this: with Cole, I don't know if you guys do. We all agree he's GOAT. Like we don't.
I do, yeah.
So what album was it for you guys?
Man. Whoa, that's fucking crazy.
It's a hard. Like to
Does
me,
it
that's
have to be an album?
Well, yeah. What was
After
the
that
album?
mixtapes, no.
I think the first time I caught a glimpse was when I heard Sideline Story. Because I fucking cried.
That song. Yeah, it was a great song.
Because I cried.
But if the whole album was like that, that would have been it for me.
And that's what I mean is it wasn't the album, it was that song.
Yeah.
And I caught a glimpse. And there are parts of that album that I really like.
Yeah.
And I remember when I heard Get Up. I get up, I see the sun from my window. That song changed. I was in a terrible place when that song came out, and it changed my outlook on a lot of shit. It was a powerful moment. But the GOAT moment was for sure Love Yours.
Yeah.
For sure, 1000%, when I was like, yo,
2014, Forest
this is
Hills Drive.
powerful as fuck. Yeah, it was 6 years ago when I was like, this is so powerful.
It's crazy how me being a little younger generation, it's the same kind of timeline, but it's an album later. Born Sinner was when I heard Last Sideline Story, of course, and I was like, I'm just not there yet with this
I'll be out in
fool.
France with their fans, throw their hands like Pacquiao.
And then once I heard Born Sinner,
Rocky out.
once I heard Born Sinner, and then 2014 Forest Hills Drive, that's when it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Well, the
Power
album,
Trip.
not Born Sinner, the song, that album.
Yeah, what's crazy is
That Miguel song.
yeah,
Power
that's
Trip.
Power Trip.
That's
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Power Trip got
what's
me.
crazy is that I actually find that younger people really connect to Born Sinner.
Yeah.
A lot of older J. Cole fans are like, oh, that was a miss. And then I talk to people, 25, 24, 23, and they're like, bro, Born Sinner was when I became a Cole fan.
I wouldn't say not.
Forbidden
I was already a
Fruit.
fan before that.
But like sold. Yeah. They were like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's when I realized.
And then
he was special.
2014 Forest Hills Drive, that was.
It's solidifying. I think that's what it was. It's
I also went to
2014
that
was
concert too.
solidifying.
Ooh,
Forest Hills, yeah. That.
that's lucky as fuck.
But
That's crazy. So, I mean, back on the Common, that moment, I think
Light.
it came when he did the light.
yeah, that
did
was
the
Fuck, I
light.
saw Love Yours live. I just want to say that. Real quick.
Damn.
Yeah, I forget that.
Your whole life should be special.
Yeah,
I'm
your
just
life is
kidding.
special,
It
man.
is special. Damn, that's fucking that's
There
ill
is
as
a
hell,
light
bro.
that shines
Man,
special for
that song, like, I don't know, man. It
My
teaches
wedding
me
was
how-
perfect.
Teaches me how to love.
wedding was perfect. If I could have changed anything, I would have had that song.
Had me there. Oh.
That's
bad.
He said, "Have me there." Ah!
I would have had that song.
Nick singing it.
Yeah, Nick singing it while we do our first dance.
Exactly.
Perfect. I can
I
just
honestly-
picture it now.
I still, yeah, that's a big, like, there's a couple songs I'm building. It sounds corny, but I got my own personal fucking wedding playlist. And, like, it's got, like, like, the Justice Durr. I want a live band to play, like, Blessed by Daniel Caesar. Because the lyrics, some parts of it are depressing, but I want the instrumental version. And I want to play the light. Like, I remember seeing Common live at Rock the Bells, and they played the light, and I fucking cried, bro. I was like, it was so ill.
We'll teach you how to love.
It was so fucking powerful to me. Like, I was like, holy shit. I wasn't even bobbing my head or nothing. I literally stood there
Just in awe.
just in awe of like
So
appreciating
good. So
being able to see something that was made before I could even appreciate really hip hop in its fullest.
That was 2013 Rock the Bells?
Yeah, the old one. Yeah,
You were lit, huh?
bro, I was fucked up. That was.
He was faded. That's probably why he was crying.
I know. I'm like,
it wasn't even like a cool, calm cry. It was like
He was.
nah,
You
I
were
was
there?
like,
Was there?
damn.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just saying. I
I
can
was
imagine.
blunted and I was fucking faded too because I had a whole fucking
He
water bottle of
was
vodka. and I was like,
hyperventilating.
damn, bro, and like
Those are moments.
it's funny
man.
we're talking about Kendrick too. That was around the Good Kid time he was doing Good Kid, Mad City still at concerts, and he fucking when he came out, he was like, everybody put 3 fingers in the air, and the whole fucking stadium went purple. The whole Mountain View fucking amphitheater went purple, fucking huge, and I just when he waved his hand and everybody like moved in synchronization with his hands. It was like seeing a fucking rap god for the first time, and I realized that was my. Besides listening to the album, that was my in-person moment of realizing, like, holy shit.
You sure you're just off that vodka or no?
Oh no, it was
Rap
that was a different day because there was like 2 days at Rock the Bells, and I was like, holy shit. I like recognized the power. I looked at everybody and just saw the energy that he had over everybody in that moment, and I was like, this guy's it.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the future. Leading back to how we were talking about, like, when does someone become a GOAT? The people know before the rapper knows.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Yeah. Like Travis, you might not want, people don't like Travis Scott as a lyricist, some people, but
It's fucking great music.
he throws maybe some of the best rap concerts in the history of rap.
Yeah.
Like,
But he makes great music.
he does for
He's
the
a
lane
great
for the lane
producer,
that he's in.
great artist.
Yeah.
For the lane
makes
that he's in,
great
he's doing
music.
exactly what he should be doing, and that's what's crazy. Back
He
to
did get
Common though,
out-rapped by
man.
Bieber.
Ah!
How is Thugga and fucking Travis Scott gonna get bodied by Bieber on a song?
Cause Bieber be trying to do that. Remember the old videos of Bieber when he was like had the mop top. And
I remember
and he
Bieber
be trying to rap
spitting.
boom bap, hella boom bap. Fucking
Yeah, I remember Bieber spitting back then.
he low key. Hey, they weren't the worst verse
They
I ever
weren't,
heard
they
from a little
weren't,
fucking
man.
16-year-old.
Common is there. I'm very much happier to hear this kind of Common and not calling Drake Canada Dry, even though I found that hilarious.
You didn't like that album when he
Well,
was beefing with Drake?
I didn't, because that's not what Common is, man. He's
He
always
can't be-
kind of been
Common can't be
he's
nobody.
almost been above that.
Fucking-
Because he's always
You
been
Canada
above
Dry.
that. You know what I mean?
That almost felt like marketing because they were like cool a year later. It like
So-
was Drake's beefs are the weakest.
He probably just
beefs.
asked Drake for a little
Drake's beefs are the
little
weakest beefs,
lifeguard,
bro.
life
If he would have gotten Alicia Keys, I think Common would have been it. I don't know if they ever had a thing, but I just felt like after watching Smoking Aces,
Oh,
and
like
even the kind of
bagging her.
music- Yeah,
Oh,
I
Like,
think
you
it would
thought
be.
they were meant to be.
It would be. Yeah, that was a couple I actually thought was meant to be.
Amy Winehouse and Nas are the couple that was meant to be. They were low key best friends really fast. They had the same birthday. She wrote a song, Mr. Jones, that was actually about Nas, and they like kicked it off like that, and it broke Nas' heart when that happened, man. Like,
And not a lot of artists
fucking RIP,
get
man.
together though.
Like,
It's like hard to put two artists.
You put
yeah, man,
Ye,
Gina Aiko and fucking Sean.
Beyonce,
Beyonce
They're
and
not
Jay.
together anymore.
Are they?
They
not?
are though. They
currently
are
or
together.
not? You know, they're all
Currently or not? That's what I mean. They always together.
They're
Man.
always together.
That's true.
They always together. That's how I thought it would be for Alicia and Common eventually.
Nah,
Remember
I'm
Diddy and
single
J-Lo?
again.
That'd be crazy.
Big Sean.
But bro, I can't believe you didn't like The Dreamer or The Believer. I get not liking the Drake song Sweet, right? You look so sweet. But the rest of it, okay, besides the Blue Sky song, Mr. Blue Sky, please. I didn't really dig that sample.
Mr.
But all the rest, he's got Ghetto Jeans with Nas on there and shit, bro. Go back and listen to The
Okay.
Dreamer.
I'll listen.
But without Sweet.
I will.
Without Sweet. If you didn't like Sweet, I can understand that. It was a vibe at the time. But he hasn't had a hit since then.
Yeah, look
That
at
album dropped 2011, so it's been 9 years since Common really delivered for me.
All his top songs are songs from the 2000s.
I mean, he did that whole thing with
On Apple.
with Kanye.
Get
with
Him
B.
High.
That whole B album was yay. And hit.
Yeah, but that's what's crazy is that people don't even talk about that anymore for Kanye. Like that's a legendary moment.
Go.
That whole fucking
Go,
don't get me started
go.
on that.
man,
He did definitely okay. So we can talk about that
I'll
album
put
easy.
Rushmore.
Oh yeah, for that he had like a male Lauryn Hill moment when he did that album.
Yeah.
When he did The Light specifically.
Yeah.
That was like, yo man, this guy actually cares.
Yes.
And you should too. Hey man, you treating your girl like shit, man. Have you not listened to Common yet? Fucking.
The Corner, Testify.
But onto this album, bro.
Yeah, man.
I really like it. At a time right now, 9 tracks, kind of about the world. 9 tracks, super honest, man. Like, ooh, short, sweet. It hit.
as bad as it sounds, it made me see the beauty in all of the just not beauty in the world
in,
right
like,
now.
all the
Or,
ugliness.
like in just America especially.
I mean, I've been saying
The
this for a
outro was
while.
good.
I've been saying this for a while, man. We're in the most hip hop time ever right now, man. We got progress, we got revolution, we got change, we got, with that comes, some scary shit, destruction and truce, but with that comes new light.
Yeah.
It's like when it rains, man. What's crazy is that while it's raining, things are still being nourished.
Yeah.
So like in the midst of all this, people are getting stronger, communities are growing, hip hop is thriving. Like
Yeah.
people are fucking hungry, and that's something I wanted to talk about too. Like Black Thought is on this album. Have you been noticing that all these people that we've been doing a lot of these album talks about, they're showing up on a lot of other people's albums because people are fucking hungry right now. Benny showing up on everything. Black Thought, everything. Hit Boy, touching everything.
He's everything.
Everything right now. And fucking same with Big Sean ended up on the Freddy's thing. Ended up on, and apparently Benny's got a fucking Nas song with Hit Boy. Like,
that's crazy.
that's what I mean. It's like
That's
everyone
wild.
is just everywhere, and I love that right now. Like hip hop is well and alive, all because
Of the culture.
I don't mean to, because the culture. And that's what I was gonna say. I didn't want to say COVID, but like, man, COVID and the fucking
you ain't
all
gotta
the injustices and shit, like all the energy right now has been so next level static.
It's just fuel for that fire.
It's just fuel for that fire, for people to realize that they're unhappy with the state of the world. Like, whatever your political views are, man, like, you gotta admit, there's some fucked up shit going on in our country. I don't care what side you're on. Real shit, as long as you can recognize that, like, man, now's the time for change. And
Yeah, I mean, it's like, even as bad as it sounds, it's like when people heard like Post Malone breaking up with his girl, it's like, yes, he's going through bad shit. He's gonna fucking drop some fire ass music.
yeah, like, how fucked up is that?
Terrible.
What
I
kind of-
mean, at
that's
the times we're living in right now, people are very stressed and they're
That's the culture,
dropping
yeah.
their true feelings and putting it. I think that's what.
And
I
then
think
so
that's what-
rappers are, so like, they're eating off that, though. They're like, fuck it. Y'all want this?
yeah, you can match their
Gonna get it.
emotion. That's what makes you like some.
Mhm, people
And
are
it's
stressed.
bring a memory to
gotta
it.
fucking hit now because you ain't got a fucking tour. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you
That's
ain't
true.
got-
You
ain't
have to
getting
make
this spread of, like,
bangers, bro.
To be fucking accepted right now, there's a bar out there.
I think my favorite song on this album, though, was probably the one with Black Thought on it, bro.
It has to be that.
Yeah,
was
like,
nice.
he just
that
came.
Song is so hard.
He just always,
He came really correct there.
dude. In dystopian ground zero from xenophobia, they love to trope me and misquote me. They even wrote me out of all accounts, other than shouldering small amounts till I called them out. Like,
You know, he made a band, like created a band just for this album.
Yeah. Don't
That's
forget
so
who you are
sick.
was kind of my.
There are some really big names. In
I didn't
that.
even know that he made a band just for this album, though. Like, I was gonna mention that the production is so like lively, but the loops are like simple enough that like you kind of get lost, and then they get you really droning away. Like when I heard Fallen, at first I didn't know if I liked it, and then I just kind of got lost in what he was rapping and realized like the beat didn't have to change that much, but it was just natural enough. Like it was really felt like I was at like a speakeasy, like where it's like, yo, this is the private meet for the revolution. Like, hello, what's the password, man?
This was like the yin to the Busta album,
It was absolutely being
the
like,
good side.
it was it's Malcolm and Martin all in one week.
Right.
Well, what's crazy is with Busta, man, he's got so many styles and so many different. I mean, he was fucking. Do you guys know that he was the voice of Reptar?
What?
Yeah, I don't
on
remember
the
that, but that's
Rugrats
crazy.
What?
Reptar, hear me roar.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's so
Yeah,
dope.
to be randomly in that. You know
That's
what I mean?
funny. That's super funny.
Orange tape, bro. I watched that so many times. My VHS broke. My fucking the
If
tape
you have
for it
that
broke.
copy, I'm pretty sure it's worth a good amount of money.
I don't. If I do, my dad has it, but I doubt that he has it.
Yeah, because I don't like keeping VHSs. I was just at my mom's house and she has this 300 CD holder, holding a player, and I'm like, damn, this shit held 300 CDs.
I wish I had more collectibles
What?
and shit like that, man. I wish I never gave up a single game station. I wish I never gave up anything, bro.
God, Pokemon cards.
I know.
Oh yeah, that's everyone.
That's the wave. The cards are
know.
the
It's a
wave right
man.
now.
It is. Speaking of wave, though, we got some Queen shit. to listen
Yeah,
to.
well, I mean, I really don't have anything. I don't want to get too deep in the Common album, because really
That Lenny Kravitz song, though.
it all was really fucking
That
fire.
guitar.
It's kind of, I think it's a little subjective, though. I don't want to break it down too much, because I think everybody should listen to it. We're going through a really crazy revolutionary time, and I can't say that enough.
Get some feel good music in your
It's
ears,
some feel good
bro.
music.
and it flows so well.
I gotta say, it wasn't the most standout album to me this week, and that's why I really also I don't have the most to say about it, because it kind of was easy listening in the right way, though. Like I really liked the Black Thought song. That this album is what I wanted the Black Thought album to be.
That sample or the
That's
say
so.
peace, we don't really want no trouble. Like that's I
Yeah.
don't know. I really like that,
Dude,
especially
yeah,
when they write. Yeah.
that
was
reminded me of kind of like
Do you know where that's from?
I don't actually. That kind of reminds me of the production on like Nas's and Kanye's album though. Like, I think that Nas should have been on this album for sure. On Fallen, he would have fit perfect. Like that is it.
Nas hopefully isn't just taking a victory lap right now. I understand.
I feel like he is. He's doing music videos and shit, but sounds like he's hanging out at Hit Boy's studio. Sound like that's the place to be.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, yo, man,
There's some energy here.
that's the new Kanye studio. It's Hit Boys.
I want all of the older age rappers to
Hit it up,
start
Hit Boy?
getting a prodigy.
Well,
I think that's something people should start doing.
That's what's happening.
He's
With
looking
Kanye.
for-
Kanye got Baby Keem, or not Kanye, Kendrick.
So what do you guys think?
That's such a terrible. I don't know.
Scoreboard.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Baby Keem is Kendrick's prodigy. For
Yeah.
real?
Yeah,
Yeah, we went over this last week.
Oh, we did, huh?
yeah. He's like 21.
He's not worthy.
He's. I don't know, man.
You
Go
like
listen
his
to his
shit?
album.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say. I'll
I've only
shoot it
heard.
to you.
I've only heard Orange Soda and a couple of.
I don't know,
I
man.
fuck with Orange Soda though. I
He's
get
fucking
you.
hard.
Bitch,
And when he
shit
gets
on my face, I that. It's just.
listen
yeah,
to
I don't know.
Honest. Listen to the song Honest. Like, it's way different. Like when I heard that song, I was like, whoa, this is the same. When you listen to, and this is for everyone out there, man. Music recommendation. I wish I had a fucking sound clip for that music recommendation. Die for My Bitch, Baby Keem. It doesn't sound like an album that has the depth that it does, but I promise you, it fucking does. And that's what surprised me when you get to track 2, Honest, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like the chorus is so simple, and he's like, honest, let's be honest. Like it's just so fucking.
I'll peep it.
It
tonight.
reminds me a lot of what Kendrick's been doing. And like he does have a lot of that, yeah, like that, like be humble fucking flow. So
Yeah.
I can totally see how he's hanging out with Kendrick. And I felt the same way. I felt the exact same way when I was like, he doesn't deserve to be his fucking protege. What the fuck? Or like I was like, how? And then
You
I
must
heard
see
his
something
album.
in him.
Yeah, there must be something, and that's exactly what I thought. So I listened, and I was like, damn, sure enough,
I'll trust the
fucking
process.
is. So yeah, I think everybody should listen to that Common album. The Busta album was more of a highlight for me, so that's why
For
I
sure.
spun it a lot more.
I give it a 3.
I give it a
3.5.
Fucking-
Because it's such a positive fucking message. I feel bad for just giving it.
I give it a
3.
4. Honestly, I have no complaints with it. It just didn't have like any highlight moments like the light or like obviously like the corner or like any shit like that, because it seemed like a really message driven project. And what I mean by that is like it's meant to be listened to right now, this week in 2020, and make you fucking think like, oh shit, things have really gone far. Like things have got to a bad place. Like we are falling, and like it's time to change.
Time to get up.
And like because of that, I think it will hold as a nice timestamp. But I don't know if like 10 years from now, I'll be happy to really be bumping it, because I'll be like, thank God I'm fucking out of 2020.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weird hindsight. I think every album here is gonna be competing for what's actually gonna be the highlight of 2020.
It's a hard balance though, because you also want to make music that's just enjoyable forever.
Exactly.
Like for
That's
instance,
what I mean.
Big Sean's
Yeah.
album gave me no indication that it was 2020.
I don't think that was his purpose with this album, though. Of course, I mean it's called A Beautiful Revolution.
Yeah.
And I think
he wants to.
there was a purpose to him dropping it.
9 tracks.
obviously,
I
and
think
the-
9 tracks is the perfect amount with
It was
stuff
a
like
message.
this.
It was a message.
Exactly.
Yeah, a
And they were all
message album.
short too.
Exactly.
Like nothing was really that
Way
long.
better than what Lucas's, Joyner Lucas's message album.
It was all fucking.
But it was
bad.
potent. This was potent. Like you got what you needed to get said done, and you rapped your ass off while doing so. So
He did rap his
Good
ass
job.
off, though. Honestly,
Yeah.
he was.
he always
spitting.
does though.
That's true.
Usually. This
Usually.
is that automatic.
Yeah.
Fucking.
That's corny though.
That's
That was
hard,
so
It just
though.
sounds
fucking
corny, yeah.
corny though.
But
That's
he-
hard.
But didn't he use that flow? Like it was the same flow from whatever his face is. Forgot his name.
This is that new shit. Keep it standing in line.
Yeah. He used that flow, right?
I can't.
You can't do it.
I
Okay.
can't do that flow.
How old is it, Common?
48.
Oh, they both 48.
I'm pretty sure he's like 48.
He's spitting though, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's spitting good shit. He's teaching.
I give it a 4 too because it's 9 tracks, and I said this. I told you earlier. This
He
week,
looks
I
like
was
what
this
God
goes-
would look like.
Whoa, that's a good
Common.
compliment, man.
He is always in those sweaters, the
Godly.
little raglan sweaters.
Hey, man.
He could have been in Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty. That's the movie.
I could
bro.
definitely see Common becoming a second Morgan Freeman.
Did you guys ever watch Smoking Aces?
Yes.
good.
That shit was hard.
I don't remember.
Oh, we gotta watch
When
it.
he was sniping and shit.
Yeah.
Put me on.
And he had to
hard.
carry Alicia
It's
Keys down
older-
the stairs. I was like, oh.
He carried Alicia.
He's like,
That's why you
he's
wanted
like,
that.
they're in love.
Yeah.
That's
they're
what he
in love.
said.
No, I'm serious. Watch
They
Smoking
should be
Ace.
together.
They should
They
be
need to be
together.
together. They're in love.
Bro, Alicia Keys is a go-to. But on another note, we have
R&B
another queen.
and love. Yeah, let's talk about Queen Naija. Yo, big vibes. Honestly, I
fuck
wanted to
with
talk
this.
about this album first, and I hope everybody makes it this far in the podcast because this is the best album of the week. Honestly, this album was so dope. So is this all our first time listening to her?
This is my first time.
Yes.
So she is
Big vibes.
super dope, honestly, to me, and I'm gonna keep diving into her past work too. She was brought to my attention from the Benny the Butcher album, which super cool, and it sounds funny to say like, hey man, that's kind of low-key romantic, but he in an interview was like, oh man, like I hear her music all the time from my wife and my girls in the house, like
I gotta put her on.
like, so I was like, it's only natural, like my wife loves her, so I'm gonna get her, like,
Yeah, right.
and he put her on the album and she killed it, and I was like, yo, what the fuck, like
That's hard.
who's this, like, and when
my
I heard
wife.
that she dropped the album, man, this shit is my favorite, is for sure my favorite R&B project of the year.
oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything else that you liked more?
I'd have to look back at it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
have
I
to
guess
look.
I'd have to
It's been a long year.
let you guys look back. I don't think it's been the craziest year for R&B.
Well, yeah, I mean, we went on about that.
Yeah, and maybe that is bull. Well, so I don't know if Zakari dropped his album this year. I think that might have been a whole year ago too, 2019. And that's what's crazy is that 2020 has been a weird year for music like that, for R&B and shit like that, especially given the social circumstances. Maybe it's not the best time to release R&B music.
Or maybe it is getting them feeling.
maybe
man.
it
You
is.
fucking can't see. You
But
love
you can't be out as much and shit. But I think that's what made this such a strong outing, bro. I love this fucking album so much. Everything on it.
It's
I
really
knew that it
good.
was special when it hit Pack Light.
Yeah,
Like when she's like, bad vibes, you gonna have to pack light. I was like, ah, shit, man. She's fucking out here. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
She
Big
rem-
SZA vibes.
yeah, she reminds me of SZA. Like the first time I heard SZA in a really good way, where I was like, yo, I want more. But the difference is, the first time I heard SZA, I didn't have a whole fucking album to turn to. I had a limited amount. And someone just was like, oh, listen to this. And I was like, damn, when's her album drop? And my introduction is a whole fucking album. And it's 18 songs. Really fucking long album.
Thick.
There was. It's funny you say SZA because I was thinking of the first time I was like, okay, I really fuck with SZA was Child's Play with Chance.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to Queen Naija, when I was the Benny thing, I was like, man, like dope ass rapper. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I was following Chance heavy at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so to hear Child's Play, I was like, damn, like, who's this? And that really introduced me. So that's funny that you kind of got introduced the same way by like, damn, I fuck with Benny.
Yo, I think it's really ill, and I think it reminds me, I don't think enough rappers and R&B singers do collabs anymore. And I know that there are still singers doing songs, but that have that feel-good chemistry.
Yo, Love Language is the jam too.
Yeah.
If I could,
I liked a lot of songs on this one.
If I could
honestly.
switch two features, if I could get Russ on Lie to Me and Dirk on Without You, I would have been a lot happier.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I think Dirk
Switch
killed
those features.
It, though.
I'm not saying you didn't, but switch those. Switch.
I'm not a Dirk fan.
I'm not a Russ fan, man. I'm tired of hearing that dude's voice. It's just his voice too. He is the most talented artist, one of the most talented artists out there. Produces his own shit, writes his own shit, does his own shit. I'm just
Miss
tired of hearing his
Messi.
voice.
Hey,
I'm just tired of it.
Damn. I mean, hey, sometimes
But
you're sick
Dirk
of it.
killed it. I think
Sometimes you're
Dirk
sick
killed
of
it.
That's funny. I feel the opposite way. I'm sick of seeing Dirk on tracks because I'm like, what's the give here? There's nothing special to me. And what I mean by that, I'm like, damn, bro.
I think it's a Thugger thing. I mean, I didn't really like Thugger at the
I would
moment.
rather hear Thugger.
But I didn't like Thugger at the moment. Like when I first heard Thug, I was like, man, this is a little too different.
This is
for
a
me.
mumble rap.
especially with Travis.
Maybe my ears are late.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Especially
My
with
ears are just too young, maybe.
Mamacita with Travis Scott. Like when I heard that and heard him on there, I was like, do I like? Like I don't really like this. Like I couldn't do it. But then like it came to me. I'm like, man, Thugger goes. I was like,
So are y'all familiar with like Kiana Lade, or like fucking Lucky Day.
No.
So those are a
No.
couple other features, and that's what's cool is that she's got some, like, I have listened to them a little bit, and they're also dope. And she's got some kind of low key features on here that like are definitely not as big. I love when artists,
Yeah.
I don't want to say stay in their level, but kind of big up, you know, being like, hey man, like I'm not huge yet. Like let me get some of my little people on, like not little. I don't want to disrespect, but like people who are at my level and rising with me still. It's like when the Beast Coast movement happened and Joey Badass and all the pro era was like they would do hella tracks with like the Underachievers and fucking Flatbush Zombies, because they were all part of that new momentum. And like this is cool to see and funny because we were talking about R&B. There could be a new wave of R&B artists making a whole new resurgence. I really, really fucking hope so. Like I really want this album to do well. Maybe that's why she needs to do things like get the Dirk verse, get the Russ verse.
You like that mulatto verse?
It's all right.
I'm not all with that hot girl shit movement, but you know, I think I like that song too.
It was all right. It was funny. Her voice. Am I the one that like it reminded me of Rhapsody?
Who's?
A little bit.
Like a little bit.
Queen Naija?
No,
Oh,
Mulatto. At first I was like, oh, who's this? And then I was like, oh, it's Mulatto. Who the fuck is this?
She's like one of the hot girls or some shit. I don't even know, bro.
But I do see that.
She has such a good way with her.
There's
voice.
certain people that you hope they do rise. So I get what you mean by that. By having these features and having the Dirk feature is going to get some attention that you're not going to get from your normal fan base.
Yeah. Well, I hope
And-
that people listen to this album because they're like, oh, Dirk's on it. I don't know why that would be like the fucking reason you listen to
Them
it.
young kids, man. Them young
But
kids.
then hopefully then they'll also be like, who the fuck is Lucky Day and who's Kiana? Like,
If it works out that way, it's going to be dope for them. I mean, Drake does that crazily.
he used to be the golden ticket.
He is golden ticket still. I mean,
Still?
Giveon. Would you listen to Giveon? I wouldn't listen to Giveon.
No, I guess that's pretty recent.
And-
I guess that's true.
I mean, Drake hasn't dropped a lot, but there's some. I mean, he even gave Dirk a bunch of shine on that song. Fuck, what
Laugh
is that
Now,
name?
Cry
Yeah,
Later.
Damn, yeah. That's
And-
leading to a lot of Dirk features.
yeah, lead into a lot of it. I'm not saying
That's
Dirk wasn't
true.
killing it or on the rise right there.
Well, Drake always has like some random single with like some
Some new guy.
some
There's some
Jamaican
flops.
rapper.
There's some flop
shit.
like I Love Mannequin, like that. He
Some
flopped after
reggaeton.
Tuesday. He had all the hype after Tuesday. I
He
remember.
let it drop.
He let it drop. But
Even
then
if he wants to do all the bitter interviews he wants in the world to be mad at Drake, I don't give a fuck how many interviews you
You
tore
had
about it.
Tuesday.
You had the power.
yeah,
I don't feel bad when artists
Yeah.
lose the ball like that, because it's like we said, Busta and people like Busta and Nas, they took that shining moment.
yeah,
Nas did 2 to 3 questionable albums after Illmatic, and still people are like, he's the GOAT.
yep. Well, he still has that album, and I'm just like,
Exactly.
let's
People
go.
are like, don't even matter. Don't
Illmatic.
even matter, bro.
Illmatic.
Illmatic.
Hey man, shit. Designer did Panda.
Yeah.
It's
And
like, and it's still he still did more with the momentum.
Yep.
Like at least he did Timmy Turner, Timmy Turner.
The week did I mean
God, I
Drake the
can't believe I
weekend.
like that
You can
song.
say
That's
that Drake kind of put on the weekend. People will
Absolutely.
yeah.
People will be upset to hear that, but they know it's the truth.
The ride. I just remember
It's
hearing
not
those
a cool
vocals.
way. It's not a cool way. Here's the fucked up thing: if the weekend didn't succeed, Drake would have been more criticized for it.
Yeah, because
He
he's still
would've-
getting
they would've
criticized
been
for
like-
his flops.
Exactly.
His other
if-
people he just put on flops. That's crazy.
If people wanted to, they could be like, "Oh, he's like Jay. He Dame Dashes people." He doesn't. He's just busy. He's a busy man, and he doesn't have time to manage everybody's fucking careers.
Doesn't it?
It's the truth of the matter.
Yeah. He doesn't care for it.
Yeah, it's not always going up on a Tuesday for him.
I mean, even Cole was out here saying that like the whole Dreamville thing. He's like the hardest thing was being a producer. I wanted to just be a rapper. Remember,
Yeah.
he didn't say I just
and
want
he
to be a
remember
rapper.
well exactly. He was like, "I'm wearing all these hats: CEO, producer, boss. I'm trying to get these invites out." And then
Do that
eventually,
back.
it took his own homies being like, "Bro,
Just rap,
you need to just stop. You need to rap."
and he killed everything.
Just shut up and dribble. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, people just it was totally that situation, but not in a disrespectful way. He had to be told, like, "Bro, you're here to rap too."
Yeah.
And
like-
he ate.
And he was like, "Shit, I am." Like,
Oh, looking up.
oh
and
my
shit.
god, I am. He's probably not looking up. That nigga's like 6'4". Oh my god, he's more like looking down. You're right.
You're right.
I am. What does he say? Napoleon-sized rappers. What does he say?
Man, you got the Napoleon complex, you piss poor rapper, something like I forgot. Get scared when you sit next to 6'4" rappers.
Yeah, exactly, bro. He's tall as
You
hell.
this tall rappers, like he went in. I forgot, but that was around the Dreamville album coming out too. So I was like, this is the energy we're gonna get from J. Cole. So okay.
So when you were like, oh, really, for R&B album of the year, bro, this album made me okay with the why am I blanking so fucking hard right now? The Bryson Tiller flop. It made me okay with it.
Like you listen,
Like I listen to this and the vibes replace it for me. I'm like, yo, I feel the SZA, I feel a little LMA, I feel a little Bryson. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm in my feelings. Yeah, man, you took me there.
She has a really good way of making melodies with her voice.
She takes a lot of, and mind, it's my first, like, when you first listen, you always have a contrast, like something. So I'm not trying to take this away from her and who she is, but
Not at
like,
all.
she takes the LMA, she got like the raunchiness of SZA, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
the very bluntness. So she has these features, and I'm just like, these are all good features. Like,
And
I
she
fuck
put
with this.
and on 5 seconds she put Jasqueeze on there. Jasqueeze. The way that he's like 4 feet tall, but he fucking he's usually a pretty nasty ass dude, man.
He's nasty.
Nasty.
Yeah,
Nasty.
nasty.
Yeah, nasty.
Yeah, nasty. That's
It's
a
true.
right.
I do like that. She's got a great balance, great cast, great feature list, man. If you're not listening to Queen Naija, go listen to fucking Misunderstood.
Am I the
'Cause
only one that
honestly,
compared her to Janae Aiko too? Like,
I can hear that.
Hella heard
I could
her
definitely hear that.
in the first song. For
I
sure.
think if she made if she had the right rapper, she would make a dope.
You think the
album.
intro was a little corny?
Really? I liked
No,
it.
I'm asking you. Did you?
Did I? No, I liked it because
Yes.
I didn't know her but it got me all in the intro. I instantly knew, okay, she's been in the industry, she has been burned,
Yeah.
and she is doubted, and that was enough. And that was enough for me to be like, let's fucking go.
Let's go.
I like that she came with that energy.
Yeah,
though.
I was like, okay, we got a chip on our shoulder. Let's go. I'm mad with you.
Yeah.
So okay, I didn't want to like break anything, but like I was looking on Apple Music, and I don't know if I did my research or not, but I did see that a lot of these songs came out already.
I
in
saw
EP,
some of
in like
them.
little like.
But I like
EPs
the
or-
full package. I saw
Yeah,
that.
no, yeah, I just wanted to s-
I think maybe like 30 or 40% of it has been out scattered.
Yeah,
Like
I
Pack
see
Light
Pack
came
Light,
out three months ago.
like,
The music video came
a
out 3
while
months ago.
Butterflies Part 2. That was my favorite song on the album.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not
I think
mad at
just
that.
I love
I
when
love-
R&B singers make a certain melody that just is so smooth and it just flows
Yo.
with her voice. Like,
Okay,
it's just so
Pack
hard.
Light might be my favorite, but if I had to pick another, Pressure. Bro, the guitar solo at the end,
Yeah. It's fucking mean.
holy shit. There was a point where I just dropped everything I was doing and just was like,
Shed a tear. No.
fucking
Shed
whoa.
a tear.
No,
Yo,
I-
10 is a little emotional.
I'm a little emotional
He's
with
an
the
emotional
music,
guy,
man.
you know.
The music.
That's how you know he's
music.
connecting with it.
Yo, but on that note, hey, fuck it, man. Yeah, for something like this is 5 for me.
Oh, cool.
This was a 5, and I couldn't recommend it enough. It's on it's definitely on repeat. Like, I had to make myself listen to the other albums,
Yeah.
and not in a bad way. But that's when I know that something is special. When I'm like, yo, I cannot stop listening to this shit. And she covers all the bases. She makes me feel hype. She makes me feel romantic. She makes me feel sad.
She's got you.
She's got me, man.
Going off
She
of
got my
like 2
back.
podcasts ago, I just want to say I upgraded my rating on Reason's album to a 5 too.
Damn.
Because I'm
we're
still
doing
listening to that
updates.
too. I'm
We're
just
doing
saying, no,
updates.
I just want, because that just brought up in my mind because, okay, so I give this album, a Queen Naija's album, is it Naija?
I don't know, actually. I need to double check that. I believe it's
All right,
Naija.
well,
Naija.
If you're hearing this, Queen, because I know you're listening right now. Naija, sorry. I give this a 4 or 5. This is really great. I might downgrade you if I listen to your other stuff and it sounds too much the same, maybe. Is that messed up? Is
No,
that
you
breaking the rules?
like to hear growth.
Yeah, no, I just don't want to go and listen to Pack Light and then listen to the one that came out 3 months ago and it sounded exactly the same. It probably will, huh?
Probably.
I don't know.
I give it a 4.
It's a 4. It's fire.
solid introduction to who you are.
Yeah.
Same thing with the whole Giveon thing. Remember,
excited
I
for
told
more.
You, I was like, man, I
Did
really
you give
like
that a
it.
5?
No, I didn't give it a 5, but I was like, this could turn into a 5 because it was a message album with Giveon for me. As far as having to listen to these other two albums, the only reason I kind of felt that way with Busta is because it was so heavy that I didn't want to miss anything. That's why I really forced myself to do that.
just, like,
and I
studying
would
it.
have naturally done it, but I think with this, it being the album this week, or one of them, I really forced myself to listen to it again, and it did feel kind of forced, but I still gave it a 5 because
Yeah.
like, it was fucking
So we talked a little bit about old rappers. This is a funny, interesting thing. What about old singers?
who you
I
talking
think about just like Usher and like.
about? Bro, you get a
everybody,
Charlie
bro.
Wilson ooh wee on your,
Bro,
your song,
everybody.
it's fucking fire.
Bro, I think R&B is the opposite thing, where like you really got a primetime window because a lot of it is sex appeal.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Like for instance, like this sounds fucked up, but like these songs wouldn't hit if Janet Jackson was singing them, because kids wouldn't be like, "Damn, bro, you see Janet, man, she fucking." Now there was a time, and that sounds fucked up.
That nip slip
but this
time.
isn't. Oh my god, bro! No, I was even past the time where she was in her prime.
That's true.
But, like-
I was like, no.
No, he said no. But beyond that, it's actually, and it's not just for women, for men too. I think it's hard to stay relevant for R&B, man. You get older and older, and people are like, man, I ain't trying to hear that Brian McKnight. I'm trying to hear that.
yeah.
There's just a certain image that it changes. I mean,
You got to be lit
everything.
enough. Like
Everything,
think,
man.
like eventually Chris Brown will be old.
The last person that really did it up until they're older got canceled. So I don't know
Oh
anything about
damn, yeah, R. Kelly, Kels, bro, why'd you have to do it? I can't say that because I want you to be free, because you're a terrible
Terrible
person. Fucking A. God damn it, bro. I remember before this all happened. I remember a Thanksgiving when I was like fucking like 13, 14, and it was for hours. We were there for hours that Thanksgiving, Nick, and they played, and fucking Trapped in the Closet was playing from start to finish.
Oh damn, that's a crazy.
That was like
well,
what,
I
a
can't.
14-minute
I
long
remember-
song,
bro. No, but the video was hours.
Yeah, you don't wanna
like
know.
2 to 3 hours, and I fucking remember like coming back in every little bit, being like, "What the fuck is this about, bro?" Like
that
the part where he's like, "And I'm
real.
hiding in the closet."
Probably
Now he's walking toward the closet. Oh shit! I'm about to load up this pistol. Like,
When he was saying, when he had to repeat rubber and it echoed out. Rubber, rubber. I was like, damn, this is just getting wild.
he said, "Oh no!" That's what I knew. I was a kid, and that's what I knew. This guy is fucked up.
13 years old watching
Yeah, I
that
remember
shit.
being like, "Yo, what the fuck are we
Oh
watching?"
my god.
Andrew and I were tripping. My cousin Andrew and I were tripping, being like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?"
It was actually the Chappelle show that I did for me.
It was.
When he was like, I want to pee on you.
Oh my
All
god, bro.
those skits really were like, yeah. And what's crazy is R. Kelly was still making music after that.
I know.
And hey, yo, there
He
were
got
some
more
bangers. There.
publicity after that.
Lovers wanna love. I don't even want none of the above. I'm gonna piss on you. Yes, I knew I'll piss on you.
piss on
Fucking,
you.
oh my god, bro.
Then not to mention, but he still dropped some bangers. Like I'm a Flirt was my shit.
Oh my god, bro.
With T-Pain
Didn't
too.
Him and Usher do Same Girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Usher's like face palming. He's like, damn it, Kel.
Usher's got his own demons. You can tell.
Absolutely, bro. Diddy made him crazy.
Then he did some weird shit. If you want to look at that up.
Bro, he was like 16
I'm not
hanging
talking
out
about
with
some
like
conspiracy
models
shit.
and models and models being forced to be a fucking man.
Yo,
Be a man, quote unquote man.
there's some sus stuff. with
Yo.
Diddy. Watch his conspiracy stuff. If you're into that, look up this Diddy Usher conspiracy stuff. Sketch.
We won't.
If
we
you're into
won't,
it.
we won't confirm our beliefs on any of that. But
No, I won't.
You gotta go on the dark web and
are
use a
some
VPN
dark
first.
ideas. Yo, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in, man, and I hope everybody's staying safe during these crazy times. I know we joke a lot, but real shit. I hope everybody's staying safe when we joke about some of these funnier or lighter topics or darker topics even. You know, it's all with a grain of salt, because we definitely recognize that we are blessed living through these crazy times. And I hope that if you are blessed enough to join us, that you're enjoying the episodes we've been providing you, and you know the time we've been putting into this. This really does mean the world to us. Like, for real, man. We don't got live shows, but we do got live with you. Fucking A, man. This upcoming week, I actually haven't taken a peek so much in the new albums coming this week, so we'll definitely be discussing albums, but I'm sure
We'll keep it a surprise.
just
for
like
you
any
viewers
other week,
this week.
we'll be on top of as much music as possible. Before we go, though, I wanted to talk about some recommendations because we got a little extra time, and just wanted to share a couple things, couple opinions with the homies and such. Man, I just came across this artist. His name is Hype. He's super fucking fire.
How you spell it?
Literally Hype. It's the
That's a
not
fire ass name.
it's-
I'm not gonna
it's-
lie.
it's-
Hype.
It's kind of a strange name, but honestly,
I like it.
when I heard it, I was like, I don't know. And I thought he was like a young kid. Look up The Summer, the album by Hype, and
Okay.
from beginning to end by Hype. That is, man, incredible. Like, incredible. On another note, to my gamers out there, I just rebought The Witcher 3. I'm playing in a full 4K beauty on
I
PC.
never played that game.
Absolutely play it. It's a great way. Yeah, great way to uplift yourself.
Is it on X? Is it on?
Bro,
the
$17 Game of the Year edition for Xbox. I'll
Fire.
plug you with the GTA G2A.
G2A. Hey, don't.
Actually, matter of fact, I
You
will
didn't
buy
hear
it.
nothing, viewers.
I will buy it for you for your birthday a couple weeks ago.
There you go.
No,
what it
I'm sorry.
is.
I'd rather have the first.
Oh, I'll get you both.
Oh,
Bet. He said no. He said no.
what recommendations do you got, Nick?
Yeah, man.
So what I'm listening to this week, man. Besides what we've been listening to, I mean, I'm still listening to that single Four Things by Freddie Gibbs. I need that Freddie Gibbs.
Gibbs and Hit
I
Boy
need
album.
that
I need that
Gibbs, man,
ASAP.
now.
Oh my god.
I actually was just listening to. This is kind of some new younger generation shit. King Von just dropped his album.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
And he just passed away today, actually, too.
That's some
so
bullshit.
Rest in peace. I'm tired of hearing all these young young people dying.
I know,
It's
man.
kinda-
It's
it's just
scary
sad.
out there, man. Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Man.
Nav just dropped an album.
Oh, really? Oh,
We can
man.
talk about that fool.
Is that worth talking about?
I
next
don't
week
know.
too?
We'll see. We'll see. I'll take a peep.
I was gonna say I'll take a bullet.
And
We'll take the bullet for you. For all of you out there, we'll take the bullet.
I'm not listening to Kid Leroy. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, not at all. Jeff, you got
I got
anything you've been
that
bumping?
heavy played actually around these albums. With the rain coming back, I've listened to a lot of Coda.
Code of the Friend?
Yeah, it's really good music to just listen to during the rain.
Super good music to listen to in the rain, man.
along-
What's your favorite Code of the Friend song? I love Bagels.
BQE. I really like BQE.
Really?
Just because the energy it brings too.
Really?
Because boss, I'm a boss guy.
I really like fucking Bagels.
Bagels.
Yeah, bro. Bagels.
Monday.
Bro, yeah.
I think
Man,
that really
I love Code of the
encapsulates.
Friend, bro.
It
Is
encapsulates
that the
too.
Like My Mom guy?
No, that's Toby Lou. If you guys haven't listened to Toby Lou live on Ice, that's another great feel good album. Like if you are into Chance or even Taylor Bennett or like the Sabas, listen to Toby Lou.
Okay,
Toby
I'll
Lou
check it
live on Ice. Tears in my eyes when Mufasa died. Ice cream girl when it's hot outside. He's fucking funny as fuck. Super good energy. Chicago as well. Man, seriously, that makes me sad though. Hearts goes out to fucking King Von and his friends and family and all the Chicago music scene, man. They're really tight knit music scene out there. So I know this is definitely a huge blow to them. I know he was a rising star, almost like a Chicago Pop Smoke. So this is terrible, but I hope it serves hip hop still as a message that like there's a lot of issues out there in the streets still that go unresolved, and to check on your people, and that the stardom doesn't excuse you from it. You know, a lot of these young stars come from really hardened places. I want to call them hardened places that aren't easy to survive. And getting a little bit of that fame doesn't necessarily guarantee you the safety. So, you know, check on your people, keep your people safe. And that's not just for famous people, that's for fucking everybody out there. Keep your people safe,
Yeah.
and stay as safe as you can. You know, obviously we can't predict every moment. And I'm sure that he was being as safe as he could for the lifestyle that he was living. It was hard.
Seriously, condolences to everyone that fucked with him. That's just terrible. incredible situation. I
Yeah.
would say, yeah, man, just every day, just realize like it could all change tomorrow.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing. You know, if you talk to someone for, you know, whatever the conversation is, end it on good notes. You know, be good to your people. You know, say you love your mom.
Yeah, every day.
Really, especially in these times, man. Sorry that we went to a strange place, but the point of the recommendations is that we all need ways to keep ourselves in a good headspace. Music isn't always the only way to do it, so, you know, games, fucking art, however you're doing it, stay safe, stay sane, man.
Do it with love.
Do it with love. Do everything you can with love, man. Don't take your friendships and your family and all the good things in life for granted.
The other two things I was listening to before we get off
Yeah,
recommendations.
yeah.
It was FKJ, man. If you